Hello, I'm Nancy ONeill. This week on Suncoast FYI, risk advisor Josh Helman, Mattress Firm's goal to help keep foster children safe, quality senior healthcare services, and the Mutt Derby. All next on Suncoast FYI. Thanks for joining us today on Suncoast FYI. I'm Nancy ONeill. There are over 400,000 children in the U.S. foster care system, many of which have entered with little or no possessions. Mattress Firm Foster Kids, a program of the Ticket to Dream Foundation, has partnered with nonprofit foster care partners to improve the lives of our local foster children. And here to tell us more about the program is Mitch Neeson.
Hey Nancy, it's great to see you today.
Welcome today. Wonderful to have you here.
Thank you.
Now I know Mattress Firm obviously is one of the leaders in mattresses around the country.
The world.
Okay, the world. But I also understand that you have a philanthropic initiative that you've partnered with.
We do, and it's probably what makes me most proud to work with Mattress Firm. Locally, we partner with Metropolitan Ministries. We just finished a drive where we collected over 55,000 cans of food for needy people in the Tampa Bay community. And nationally, we're working with Mattress Firm Foster Kids. And the foster care program is really something that we don't think about every day, but these children are in such need, and we really believe it's a tremendous cause. And with our 3,900 stores around the country, we really believe we could help make an impact in these children's lives.
So they're all participating?
Every store, every Mattress Firm store, border to border and coast to coast, will be hosting drives for the Foster Kids program.
Okay, and how long have you been involved with this?
This is something that started on the West Coast a couple of years ago, and it really took off, and we thought if we embraced it nationally, which we have, we could really help. And that's what we're seeing. We just finished our pajama drive. So people were coming in and getting fitted for the proper bed to get a great night's sleep. And while they're doing that, hearing about this cause and coming back and helping the foster children in our community.
Okay. Now, you said that you collect all of this food and clothing and everything. How does the program actually get this to the children in foster care programs?
Yeah, it's great. We work with nonprofit organizations that we partner with that work with foster kid organizations.
Okay.
You know, not everybody could be a foster parent, but everybody could help a foster child. And we want to really tell our community how this happens and how we could really help these children. Not only are they disadvantaged and taken out of their home, but half of them are homeless 18 months after they're out of the foster care program. They don't get the proper education. And these wonderful parents that take these children in really need the help and support of the community, and we want to be there for them. And that's why this cause is so important to us.
Okay. So you partner with different ministries, the Metropolitan Ministries, and how do they factor into this?
So what we'll do is we'll collect things in the store. So you'll come in, you'll get fitted for the proper bed, you'll buy one, we'll tell you about it, you'll bring a set of pajamas, or you'll actually now round up. So you spend $980 and maybe you'll donate the extra $20 to round it out. And that'll go right to a foster child's organization. And these are organizations that are rated at the highest level by the federal government, so we know 100% of what we collect goes to these foster children.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Now, you have ongoing events, so it's not just the pajama program that you had. You have things going on all the time. What are some of the programs that are coming up in the future?
That's great. Thank you. So right now we're rounding up in the stores. And that means that all that money will go directly to the foster parents and to help these children. In May, we'll start our clothing drive. Over the summer, we'll have a school supply drive. In the fall, a shoe drive. And then as we get towards the winter, we'll have a Secret Santa drive. And all of this will be collected in the stores. And then it goes to these organizations that will distribute it to the children and to the families. And they'll really feel like they're special. And somebody is really thinking about them and caring about them.
They are special.
And they sure are.
Yeah,
they sure are.
Now, if people would like to know more about where to find out information and what they can do, where can they go for this information?
They could go on to one of our websites. We have mattressfirm.com, and then we have mattressfirmfosterkids.org. And they could go there and find out more information, or just pop into one of the local stores in the community and talk about it. They'll see information there. They could talk to one of the sales associates and even get a great night's sleep while they're there with us.
Awesome. All right. Thank you so much for being here. We really appreciate what you're doing and your company as well.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Next on Suncoast FYI, how fast is your four-legged friend? Our next guest will give you a chance to find out. We'll have the details right after the break, so stay tuned. Welcome back to Suncoast FYI. I'm Nancy ONeill. Fast Friends Greyhound Adoption will present the 8th annual Mutt Derby, and they have brought a very special guest with them. Here to tell us more is Sue Peak and Janet Deal, and welcome to the show, ladies.
Thank you for
and
having
welcome, Mr. B.
Mr. Bates.
Mr. Bates. Well, let's get right to it. Tell us what the Mutt Derby's about, and what can we expect to see there?
Oh, the Mutt Derby is a very fun-filled afternoon of racing for all dogs, sizes, breeds, except greyhounds and whippets.
Oh, they're going to be the judges?
No, well, they're going to be the cheering squad or
Okay.
the onlookers. So,
Okay.
yes, but basically what it is that the people bring their pets. We weigh them and put them into weight classes, and then we put them on the racetrack. And an owner is at one end and another family member's at the other, and they call the dogs and they literally race on the track. So.
And how many dogs do you usually have participate at one time? I mean, how many do you put on a track at one time?
8.
Okay. And how many years have you been this 8th year,
This is our
right?
8th year of
Is it
doing
going to be at
this.
the same location?
Yes, it's
Okay.
Sarasota Kennel Club.
Sarasota Kennel Club. Okay. And what is the physical address of that?
5400 Old Bradenton Road.
Okay, so it's right down here in Sarasota
Yep.
area. Wonderful. Excellent. Now, who benefits from the Mutt Derby?
We benefit All Faith Food Bank. We ask people bring a donation of canned goods. They have their barrels set out, and we just gather food for the food bank. And that's all you have to do to get in.
Okay. Is there any particular things that you need more than others?
I don't think they're fussy. They're just grateful to get whatever
Okay.
people care
And
to
people
bring.
can also donate money if they have forgotten
Yep.
to bring
Yep.
a food item with
Sure.
them. Okay. Now, you said greyhounds can't race in the Derby. Is there a reason that they can't race in the Derby? 'Cause they
Unfair
win?
advantage. Yes, they would win. They know a little bit about what to do once they're on the track. But they still do love to race. But this
Okay.
time they just have to be the onlooker.
Okay. So you said you put them into weight and class categories?
We have
Is it-
5 different categories according to weight. The first weight goes from 1 pound to 15 pounds, and it goes up from there. Our highest category starts at 76 pounds and up. So the big dogs don't race against the little dogs.
Okay. Well, that
That would be unfair.
That would be unfair. Now, do the dogs get any kind of treats at the end if they win? Or?
Oh, the owners get really happy when the dogs win. The winner of each category gets a gift card from Walmart for $50 and a ribbon. I believe we give first, second, and third place. And we have raffles for guess how many biscuits is in the jar.
Okay.
We have a 50-50 raffle, and we have free bike giveaway. We have 3 bikes that kids register for free,
Okay.
and they're given away between races.
All right. So the only fee is a donation to
Yes.
get into this.
Oh, and to race your dog, there is a $20 entry fee to race
Okay.
your dog.
Okay. All right. Wonderful.
Dogs may come and not pay the $20 fee, but they still have to register to get in.
Okay. Now, can you tell us a little bit more about what you do with the greyhound adoption? Because I know that's very near and dear to my heart, and I would like to know more about it. And I'm sure our viewers would.
Yes.
Go ahead.
As
We are committed to finding all retired racing greyhounds their forever homes.
Okay.
And we work closely with the trainers to accomplish that.
Yeah.
Greyhounds are very quiet, as you can tell.
Lovely.
Quiet, sweet pets. They blend in well with the family. They get along with most animals. We do test them to be sure that they are going to be safe with all family members, but they are just excellent pets. They,
Well, if people would like to find out more about the Mutt Derby or how to go about adopting one of these lovely animals, where could they go?
we are on Facebook at Sarasota Kennel Club is the information for the Mutt Derby. We also have a Facebook page for our adoption group, Fast Friends Greyhound Adoption of Sarasota.
Wonderful. Okay, thank you,
Thank you
ladies,
very
for
much.
being here, and thank you for bringing this lovely animal with
Thank you.
today. What a good boy.
Thank you
Yes,
very much
thanks.
for having us.
Yes.
Thank you. Coming up on Suncoast FYI, Likes Insurance provides commercial risk insurance, private risk insurance, employee benefits, and surety bonds. Welcome back to Suncoast FYI. I'm Nancy ONeill, founded in 1925 by Likes Brothers, Inc. to protect both the multi-industry and personal Likes family assets. Likes Insurance extends the same personal concerns to the partnerships they establish with their clients and their customers. And here to tell us more is risk advisor Josh Helman. And welcome to the show.
Thank you, Nancy.
Thank you for being here. So what do our clients, our guests, need to know about who Josh is?
Well, that's a great question, and I appreciate it. I grew up in Sarasota and spent most of the time in Sarasota doing a bevy of things, and happy to have grown up here. It's a great community. I'm back here now to raise my family, a recent 6-week-old daughter that I'm extremely pleased about, and I'm blessed to have a beautiful wife and my daughter here. And just really happy doing business here. I love the opportunity to meet with the business owners in this area and around the state of Florida and hearing their stories. It's really the best part about my job. And my partnership with Likes is fantastic. They're a great company, well-run, Florida-based, and really non-traditional in their approach and the way they do things. So it's been a great opportunity for me.
Okay. Now, how do you get Likes involved with the community? What are your community relationships like?
Well, in a lot of different ways. The biggest avenues that I've been down in the last 5 years have been the Economic Development Council as an investor, largely involved in the Association for Corporate Growth, council member on the Gulf Coast Builders Exchange, the Commercial Trade Organization, in addition to a committee member for the Minnesota Air Conditioning Contractors Association.
Well, I'm going to ask you a loaded question. Likes has been associated with hot dogs for a number of years. How did that all start?
That's another great question, and most of the time that's how we're known. Likes, as a family, started their business in the late 1800s and was involved in ranching operations in Florida, land ownership, in addition to citrus operations. When you own a lot of cattle, sometimes you make hot dogs as a result of that, and meat packing and so on and so forth. And the family got involved in a lot of different other types of businesses, including a shipping fleet, First Florida Bank, and People's Gas as just some examples. We're still the second largest landholder in the state of Florida and one of the top 15 landholders in the United States.
Okay, so that's why you initially started the insurance business, to protect, as you said, the personal assets of your company.
That's absolutely right. And one of the most unique aspects to our business was that when we were started in 25, we were started with the sole intent of not selling other people insurance or other businesses. Our only goal was to protect the Likes family assets and the Likes businesses. Our goal was to have strategies and implement opportunities for the business to decrease their insurance costs and make sure that the business was spending as little as possible on insurance based on the controls and the strategies that we implemented, while still adequately covering them and protecting the businesses.
Okay. What are some of the types of insurances that you do offer to businesses?
Well, when you talk to a business owner, they're interested in typically insuring their business against litigation, employment lawsuits, things of that nature. So we provide things like workers' compensation, liability insurance, property insurance for building owners down the line. And there are a lot of very specific aspects that different businesses get into, and we handle all of them.
Okay, wonderful. Well, I know that it's a multifaceted type of industry that you work in, so people can come to you and you will customize a program that will help their business.
Well, that's absolutely right. And we work with growing businesses. We work with those businesses that maybe are in the middle market, which is what we call those employers with maybe 50 employees to maybe 3,000 employees. And the reason we work in that space and plan and strategize with those business owners is because those businesses that employ, let's say, 10,000 employees, 50,000 employees, are businesses that are handled by the national or the global brokerage houses.
Now, people can go and find you on LinkedIn, and where else can they go and find you?
You're right. LinkedIn, on my LinkedIn page, Josh Helmuth on LinkedIn, is a great place to find industry material and material on trends, and then our website, www.likesinsurance.com, in addition to my direct phone line, 941-312-5803.
Great, great. Well, thank you so much for being here, Josh.
Thank you, Nancy.
Thank you. Coming up on Suncoast FYI, meet the people that are providing service with their hearts and their hands. So stay tuned. Welcome back to Suncoast FYI. I'm Nancy ONeill. Magnolia Consulate Healthcare is a national leading provider of senior healthcare services, specializing in post-acute care. And here to tell us more is Tequila Jones, Director of Clinical Services, and Executive Director Louise Merrick. And I'd like to welcome you all to the show. You have another guest with you. Who is this?
This is Mickey Mocha, the alliteration Magnolia's mascot, Mickey Mocha. Oh. She's there every day.
Oh, she's lovely. She's lovely. Thank you. So what do you do at Magnolia? Tell us a little bit of
I am the Director of Clinical Services. I am responsible for the entire clinical department of Magnolia Health and Rehabilitation Center.
And what exactly does that entail?
That entails assessing patients, making sure that we have the right environment for the patient, we provide the right services, we have the best clinical outcomes for them, and we give them the best quality care that we can.
And when do people come to you?
It's a post-acute rehab center, so it's usually after a hospitalization or for any type of rehab. Even if they're from the home and they need rehabilitation, they can come in for rehab and return to their home setting.
Okay. And so anything that they need, whether it's physical therapy or...
Right, we provide physical therapy, we provide respiratory therapy, wound care, IV therapy, cardiac rehab, any of those types of services we can provide in our facility.
Okay. Now, how is your facility regulated, Louise?
Well, we're actually the most regulated industry behind nuclear regulatory, Nancy. We are very well regulated. People can rest assured that we have unannounced surveys annually with as many as 5 team members from AHCA, American Healthcare Association, which is Florida's regulatory arm to oversee post-acute facilities. So we're very regulated. We have routine surveys, and we appreciate it because it helps us to provide better care to our patients.
Okay. Now, who does the surveys? Who comes in and randomly?
It's the state of Florida.
The state of Florida does
Yes.
that. Okay. Now, do you have around-the-care?
Yes, we do have
Nursing
around-the-clock
facilities?
care,
Okay.
nursing, and certified nursing assistants. So there's RNs and LPNs in the facility 24/7, as well as certified nursing assistants. Then we also have a nursing administration on call 24/7.
Wonderful, wonderful. And how does our little friend figure into all of this?
Mickey's a therapy dog. She starts every day in the rehab gym, and she encourages people to maybe walk a little further than they'd be able to without her. Those who have to go home and walk their pets at home, Mickey becomes part of their actual discharge plan because they go on uneven terrain around the building and walk her. Also, you might see a picture of a 3-legged dog that weighs over 70 pounds. That's for our patient. His name is Liam, and that's for our patients who have larger dogs to walk to go home. One quick thing too, Nancy, if Mickey does does not see a patient in the rehab gym that's usually there. She'll roam the halls till she finds that patient in their room and jump in bed with them if she's welcome.
Oh, that's wonderful. That's wonderful. So when you finish up with them now and they're ready to go home, what is their follow-up care like?
We do discharging on admission. So we have what's called a journey home meeting. We start as soon as they come in. We come up with a plan as to how long they're planning to stay with us, what their goals are to be able to do in the home, and we set up home health for them when they leave. We make sure we involve family members or friends, whoever is involved, so they can be successful when they return home.
Okay, wonderful. Is there anything else that you would like to share with our viewers about what you do, or?
We could just conclude by saying when your rehab is finished at Magnolia,
Yes.
conveniently located in Midtown Sarasota, you will go home in a limo.
You will go, really?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
We try to provide a good home-friendly environment, good,
I like that.
compassionate care.
I like that. Now, I do have to ask you, I know you have a nickname because your friend here is named Tequila and yours is?
Margarita,
Margarita.
It's happy hour at Magnolia. Please join Tequila and Margarita Louise.
Okay. Well, for more business-like advice, where can they go and find out more about Magnolia and what you offer?
They can visit us at consulatehealthcare.com. They will find a link to Magnolia Health and Rehabilitation on the website there.
Wonderful, wonderful. Well, thank you, ladies. Thank all of you ladies for being here today. And thank you for the services that you provide for the community.
Thank you
So
for
I
having us.
appreciate it.
Thank you, Nancy.
Stay tuned and we'll be right back with Suncoast FYI. That's our show today, and thanks so much for joining us. If you would like to promote your business or event on Suncoast FYI, we would love to hear from you. Just call our sales department at 941-361-4239. I'm Nancy ONeill, and I'll see you next Friday on Suncoast FYI.